Okay, so I'm back. Um, one of the topics or one of the situations, I guess you could call it topic. One of the topics that has been on my mind for the longest is a lot of dudes that are attracted to me are mostly dudes that are like on the DL. And it can get very, very, I'm gonna make up a word, okay? It can get very tiresome. That was a made up word. It can get very tiresome being in that kind of relationship, friendship, whatever they want to call it. Because as a human being, we want that securement. We want that feeling that you're gonna always be there. We want to feel complete. We want to feel complete, and most of all, we want to feel wanted, not an option. I hate when a nigga make you an option. Like, okay, say for instance, I'm gonna use, something that I've went through for like 5 years. So I lost my mom about 5 years ago to cancer. I lost her on Mother's Day. About this coming Mother's Day will be 5 years. I lost her on Mother's Day to pancreatic cancer. And while I was in a vulnerable state, I became friends with this guy. And I don't know if maybe he said the right things or what he did. The connection was there, and we began to chill. We began to talk on the phone. When we first met, wherever he was, I was on the telephone with him. He was on the telephone with me. We would stay on the phone for hours. Then we finally decided to meet each other. And I invited him over. He was coming through town. I invited him over. He was the perfect gentleman. Like, the perfect guy, the perfect gentleman. Very handsome, very masculine, very affectionate. I'm a very affectionate type of person. If my dude cannot be affectionate, if you cannot accept affection, me and you probably will not work out at all. But in the beginning, he was very affectionate, and he was a hard worker and very intelligent and mature. He had all of the qualities that I wanted. My background, I have a Christian background. So, of course, like a typical gay person, a gay young man, most of our families come from the church. Let's just be honest. Most of our families come from the church. So, even though he was the opposite of me, very masculine, very dominant, and all of those things, we still shared things. We had things in common, which made me like him even more. So, one thing led to the other. We were talking and chopping it up and getting to know each other, spending time with each other. When we first met, he was working out of town, outside of the Metroplex where I live. So it was easy for both of us to make adjustments to our schedules to spend time with each other. We were seeing each other, if not maybe 2 or 3 times a week. We were seeing each other every weekend. It was like this man came in and swept me off of my feet, literally. And that conversation, those conversations, and those nights we chilled, and of course, of course he got, of course he got these cakes. That's so gay. Of course, we had sexual intercourse. That's right. And it was nice. And you know, we've been with that. Even after that, we stayed in a friendship, because I can't say relationship, because if that was the case, I would be lying, because I was in the relationship by myself. I was being misled, or maybe I just rushed into it too fast, or I don't know. I got my emotions attached. I don't know. But nevertheless, I was in a relationship all by myself. And it took me years, because remind you, this relationship lasted, my mom's been gone 4.5 years. This relationship has lasted, well, I decided to cut it off, about four years. So as the years progressed, you know, patterns begin to change. And the website where we met each other, every now and again, I will go on there because, for one, I have trust issues. I have real bad trust issues. So every now and again, I will go on just to see if you were on there. Because, you know, on there it'll show you this person was last seen such and such hours or such and such minutes ago. It'll let you know. So, like I said, I had noticed the patterns had begun to change, and listening to my grandmother tell my cousins and my aunties, you know, you could tell when a man is changing because his pattern is changing, or you can know when someone else is in the picture because then a man's pattern will begin to change. So, you know, growing up around old people and those old cliches that they use and stuff, baby, I begin to listen to them. I begin to see little signs, and I'll be like, Madia said that was going to happen. Oh, really? Yeah, I peeped that. I saw that. I saw it. So I began to, you know, tap in. Shoot, Madia said it was going to happen. I began to tap right on in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I began to notice that the patterns had begun to change, and our conversations had begun to get distant, and the attention that you gave me or you showed me at the beginning, it began to lack. And I'm like, dang, here I am giving you 100. When I'm with anybody, I give you 1,000. Do you hear me? I give you 1,000. So I'm giving you 1,000 and you giving me 55. That doesn't add up. Now, what I didn't tell you, Lil Boo had a baby mama. And when we first met each other, this is the rap he gave me. Right now, I'm looking for a friend, someone I could chill with. Our business will stay between you and me. And I do have a baby mama. He was upfront with me from the beginning. This man was everything. Do you hear me? He was everything that I have ever wanted. And he just began to change. So he told me about the baby mama. They were not together. They just had a child together, but they were not together. He was getting ready to move closer to where I live and, you know, start all over and all this other kind of stuff. And he wanted a friend to get to know and see where things could go. Bam. Okay, cool. Baby, after I opened up the cakes to you and I gave them to you, and the communication, me and you were communicating on a regular basis. Me and you were texting each other. Even while you were at work, you were on the telephone with me. You done came to my house. You done spent the night at my house. I done spent a couple of dollars on you. You done spent a couple of dollars on me. Food-wise, let me pause you because I don't want you thinking anything. You know, purchasing each other meals here and there. And then, of course, you got these cakes. Baby, me and you, we past friends. You know, we past getting to know each other. Baby, you got a key to the door. We not friends. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We passed that, my love. But I kept it cute. And I kept it cool. Played my part. Deborah Cox. I played my part. Yes, I did. I played my part very well. So, bring you back to speed. Recently, I cut it off. I don't know if you want to say an epiphany, but I woke up, okay? I woke up, honey, and Folgers was nowhere to be found. Starbucks was nowhere near. Hello? The sun had begun to shine. And all it took was for your conversations, your phone calls, they were not consistent as they were when we started talking. You old saying, honey, Muddy and them said it. The same thing it took for you to get me, the same thing it took for you to get me is the same thing you're gonna have to do to keep me. I want the attention. I want the phone calls. I want the text messages. I want you to show me. Hello? Show me that I am what you want. Because if you don't show me that I'm what you want, then guess what? That allows my mind to begin to think, okay, well, if you're not on the phone with me, if you're not texting me, if you're not, communicating with me, who are you? Hello, Dora. Who? Who else? Hello? Is it somebody else? Because, listen, I was cool with the baby mama. Well, let me go ahead and add a sidebar. So, 3 years, 3 years into our friendship, I just had to find out randomly, Facebook will get you in trouble. You hear me? Facebook will get you in trouble. I like Facebook. I ain't knocking Facebook. I'm not knocking the book. Because, I done been able to connect with people that I ain't seen since high school. And, baby, listen. I'm all for the book. But if you're not careful, that book will get you, baby, it'll get you in trouble. So, how did I find her? I can't even remember how I found her. But anyhow, it must have came up in the people you may know. And I'm still, see, thank you. Because the devil will trick you in a minute. No, so I was on Facebook. And when you add people into your phone, to your contacts, if they are connected to any social media sites, they're gonna come up they're gonna come up in your peoples you may know, such as like Facebook. So I was on Facebook one day, and I was just scrolling through, and then bam, I was like, that's my boo thing. So I'm clicking on the picture, and oh, who is she? So you know how you get on that phone and you double tap so that picture can get, or you take that finger and you blow that picture up. Who are you? Oh, this is baby mama. Hi, girl. Hi, girl. I'm her. I'm the other girl that you don't know about. Right. So I began to see who baby mama is. How long I done been on here? 14 minutes. Dang. I'm trying to make this shorter. We got to come back. Okay, so I'm like, oh, that's baby mama. So I'm going through baby mama pictures. And no, I'm not finna call a girl no B. I ain't finna say she was ugly, because she ain't the cutest thing, but I'm not gonna say that. So I'm just going through her pictures, and I'm like, Oh, okay. I guess. Girl. So I was like, that's cute. I was like, that's real cute. So anyway, I see on Facebook that y'all done got engaged. Now, mind you, y'all was just friends. Y'all was split up. Y'all wasn't trying to be together or nothing like that. But Facebook brought me up to speed. You done got engaged. You done bought her a nice little ring after you done helped me pick out my promise ring. Then I keep on scrolling. Let me scroll some more. Let me scroll a little more. Oh, that's beautiful. 4-bedroom house. 4-bedroom house. And I'm in a townhome? Wait, I'm lost. So you engaged. You just closed on a 4-bedroom house. And you failed to tell me all of this? So I begin to start to feel some kind of way. Because we 4 years in. So of course feelings then began to develop. Baby, feelings was already developed part of the first year. Do you hear me? Because when I love a person, I love a person. And I love people. Maybe I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not going to say that. That's just how I'm built. I'm just a lovable person. So I had developed feelings for him quite quickly. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. But like I said, I had an epiphany. The light came on, something, Folgers, and I smelled Folgers, and it was nowhere near. I just came to the realization that, O'Brien, you are in love all by yourself. My friends, my brother, one of my good friends, I call him my brother. He would tell me, O'Brien, you shouldn't have allowed yourself to get wrapped up in him. You already knew what it was in the beginning. True enough, I knew what it was in the beginning because the man was honest with me. So he gave me the opportunity to either, take this ride or pass it up. Was my intentions to fall in love with this man? I don't think that was my intentions. It just kind of happened. Does that make sense? So, of course, you got your friends. My friend, one friend in this ear. Then I got another friend in this ear. And he would always tell me, because he was DL, so I really wouldn't use his name. I would just say Papa. That's my secret word, Papa. So, but he would tell me, because I'll be discussing with him sometimes, because he really didn't like to discuss. He really doesn't like to confront issues. If I was feeling some kind of way, it wasn't okay for me to express that to him. And my friend that's older than me, he told me, O'Brien, you shouldn't have allowed yourself to fall in love with him. Or, brother, you always nitpicking and nagging. No, I just have questions that I'm not getting any answers to. And I'm seeing you on the social media account. Why are you still searching on the social media account if me and you are friends, honey? Forget friends. Me and you are in a relationship. Why are you still searching the web? Am I not good enough for you? So, let's go back to the web. I started, checking, because like I said, I have trust issues. I really ain't never been in a relationship. Cross my heart and hope to live a long time. He was the third person that I've ever been in I would consider a relationship with. I can count on one hand how many people that I've had intercourse with. He made number 3 who I was in love with. Do you hear me? When I tell you I loved this man, believe me when I say I loved him. Okay? I loved him. So I was like, am I not good enough for you? Am I not enough? I mean, because now I'm still here after finding out that you done got engaged. I'm still here after finding out that you done bought your now fiance a brand new house. I'm still here. I'm still being loyal. I'm still being down. I'm still keeping your secret. And what do I get? What do I get? It's like, so I'm searching the web. And every time you would come to the city, every person I thought that you would be attracted to, every person I thought that he would be attracted to. Because on the profile, it shows who done came to visit your page. So all I have to do is click on that person's image, and it's going to show that you done been looking at their page. So all the people that done came to your page was transsexuals. So I'm like, dang, are you into transsexuals? Because I'm a bottom. Versatile bottom. You know, depending on how I feel. So I'm like, dang, are you into transsexuals? Is that why you always on the web when you come close to me? Now I'm thinking okay, am I not the only person that you seeing? You done sold these dreams to? So now you got me, your baby mama, fiance, and it got to be another hoe, because every time you come to the city, around the time you come to the city to see me, you checking other whole pages out. So, bro, you got to tell me something. Because it's too much going on out in the world. Don't bring me I don't want an itch that Benadryl cannot relieve. I don't want no dirt that Dove can't wash away. Bitch, don't bring me nothing. Do you hear me? When you came through the door and you laid down with me, you didn't pick up nothing, honey. You didn't leave out of here with nothing. Don't bring me nothing in here. You can't have your cake, your cinnamon roll, and your Little Debbie and eat it too now. You have to choose which one you want. And clearly, as you can see, you know, I'm a little thick. Now, I'm a little Debbie. Now, you can have your you really can't have her, but, you know, since I don't got it in this entanglement, thank you, Jada Pinkett, since I done got in this entanglement, shoot. Now, you can have, I'm okay. Well, I ain't even okay with that. Look, I know about your nothing bundt cake. Now, you got to choose your nothing bundt cake, or you gonna have to choose, you have to choose your nothing bundt cake or Little Debbie. Now, me and you done been in this thing 5 years, and you still don't know what you want. So, baby, like I said, I had an epiphany, or, listen, Folgers was in the room, and, baby, I'm looking around, looking for a coffee cup, because I do not, and a coffee pot, because I don't have neither one of them in here, okay? So, I'm like, come on, LeBron, wake up. You are in this all by yourself. So where do you go from here? So that's my question. I know I took y'all all around the world. But, you know, stay with me. Stay with me. We're going to get better at this thing. But that's my question now. Like, where do I go from here? Like, I really, really, really was in love with him. And like I said, coming from a religious family and growing up in the church, and That's a whole nother subject that we can go into another day. It's a lot. People make fun of gay people. People make fun of gay people. But you really don't understand. You really, really, if you haven't really experienced this lifestyle, then you really, really wouldn't understand what we go through. You wouldn't understand it at all. And you really would have to have a strong mind, strong faith, because, you know, if you're not grounded or if you don't have a strong will, then this lifestyle will take you out of here. I'm just being honest. So now my question to myself is, where do you go from here? I blocked him from all social media accounts. And before I even did this, okay, so what? Right before Thanksgiving, we had seen each other. Now, mind you, before Thanksgiving, and I'm going to get off of here because I'm right at 20-something minutes. I don't want to keep y'all on here a long time. But right before Thanksgiving, it had been maybe a month or so since we've seen each other, since I heard from you. And normally, I tell my friends this, and that's when I knew it was a problem, because the things and the advice that I gave my friends, I couldn't give my own self, or I couldn't take my own self. So normally, you know, I would say, shoot, if a person is interested in you, they're going to show you that they are interested in you. Their actions are going to show that. A pair of lips will tell you anything, okay? A pair of lips will tell you that the building on fire, and you standing right there looking at the building, and you don't see no smoke, no fire, no nothing. A pair of lips will tell you anything. So, okay, Thanksgiving I had to go home to Louisiana because one of my uncles had passed away. Now, all that time, you ain't called me, you ain't text me, you ain't sent no smoke signals, you ain't did nothing. But every time your name come across my screen, I drop everything that I'm doing. And this is my conversation. This was my last conversation with him. Every time your name come across my phone, I drop everything that I'm doing to accommodate, because I already know what that phone call is, okay? I'm not digging in my nose. I was scratching the rim of it. Anyhow, when I see your name come across my phone, I already know what that means. You want to see me? Boom, boom, bam. We, you know, unless your work calls you to stay a little later, then you'll stay the night. We'll spend time with each other. But even that has stopped. You hear me? So, our last conversation, I told him, I said, when I see your name come across my screen, I drop, no matter what I'm doing, I drop what I'm doing, and I'm on it. Do you hear me? Because that's what I'm playing my part. That I'm playing my role to the best of my ability. So, I said, do you not know I've called into work late, a few times just to see you? I've left work, important meetings, just to take your phone call. Every time listen, and you gonna think I'm crazy. And that's fine, because that's your opinion. That's why I'm on here venting and, expressing what I'm feeling with you all, because I don't know if I'm the only person that do these things, but listen. It had got so bad, when I relocate to a area that is convenient for him. I know, how dumb is that? I was in love. Do you hear me? I was in love with this man. Y'all just don't understand. I was in love with him. In the last conversation, this is what I said. I said, do you not know, every time I see your phone number, I drop everything that I'm doing because I already know what it is. You expect me to just be jolly every time you call me, and it's not like that because you don't communicate with me, you don't call me, you don't text me. And again, listen, you and this girl is still engaged, which furthermore, you live in the same house together. So you can't tell me that y'all around each other 24/7 to where you can't send me no text message. A bitch, see, I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to do that. I'm not even, and this is my words to him. You make me feel like I'm not even good enough for a text message. You hear me? And you expect me to be highly jolly on the telephone with you. No, my nigga, me and you got some issues that we need to deal with. And if we can't deal with them, it is time for the both of us to take, to separate, go our separate ways. Let me tell you, when people say soul ties are real, soul ties are real. Please hear me when I say soul ties are real. And like I said earlier, in this lifestyle, you have to have a very, very, very strong foundation. If you do not have a very strong foundation, this lifestyle will take you out of here. Do you hear me? DL men and their egos and their expectations will cause you to go crazy. Do you hear me? I'm not telling you about anything that I have heard. I'm telling you about what I have lived through. Okay? So, my conversation, and I'm fixing to get off of here, I promise you. So I said what I just said earlier. I said we got some issues that we need to talk through. And if you cannot talk through them, me and you need to go our separate ways. So this is one excuse. Man, I've been at home with my baby mama. I can't even go to the bathroom and take a shit in peace. She all on my phone. I mean, I think about you all the time. Stop. You mean to tell me that y'all are, you are at home 24/7. She at home 24/7. Baby, who paying the bills? Who going to work? Because I'm lost. If y'all at home 24/7, who's paying the mortgage? Who's paying TXU if that's who your electric provider is? I don't know. Stop playing me, my nigga. Stop it. You wanted to talk to me so bad when we first started talking to each other. You would go to the store just to hear my voice. You hear me? This is the kind of stuff that he did, y'all. And now it's like you done got comfortable and you feel like you don't have to do these things anymore. Baby, you do. Because the same thing it took for you to get me, it takes those things and a little more to keep me. I've kept your secret. Do you hear me? I have did what a lot of other people would not do. And for you to not to even take my feelings into consideration, for you to go without communicating with me, for you to pop in and out of my life the way that you do, yes, that was my fault because I allowed that. I can own up to that. But for you to do that, that shows me that I'm not who you want. I'm not who you want. I'm not that person for you anymore. So, I blocked him from all social media accounts, all of my social media accounts, which we only communicated on 2 of them. I blocked his number from my phone. He don't know my new job's phone number. He know where I live, of course. But yeah, that's my question. Like, where do I go from here? Yes, you know how we break up with a person or we, try to cut a person out of our life, but the attachment to your heartstrings and your thoughts, they're kind of still there. Where do you go from here? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not ugly and I'm not the cutest thing, that's trending, but dang, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I don't know. I'm not finna let y'all see me cry. So, I'm fixing to get off of here. Thank you so much for listening to me vent. Please, share your comments with me. And I'm okay with whatever you're gonna say because, like I said, I took a lot of thinking and consideration before I even decided to put myself out here like this. I know what's gonna come with this, and I have to be the strong person that I am to accept what you all are going to say. So I hope you all like this video. Please, whatever suggestions that you may have, I'm welcome to them. Corrective criticism, I'm welcome to that as well. So, what is today? Today is Tuesday. If I have time, Saturday, I'm going to come back on and drop another video. So, if I don't get opportunity to get back on before New Year's, Happy New Year's to you all. Be safe. Remember to social distance. Remember to wear your mask. I work in healthcare, so this virus is real. Do all of the extra precautions you need to do. Wash your hands. Stay away from a lot of people. I don't care if it's your family members. Stay away from them too, because you don't know who they done been around. But anyways, grace and peace. I love you all. Thank you again. Talk to you later.